Okay, so I think there's a little bit of confusion on this particular problem, and I wanted to go through this with you. So the example problem that I was given, I think, is a little bit more simplistic, and so I need you guys to see this so that you understand it better. So that's why I thought I would do a duplicate question. So they start out with 2 and 5i as possible as the zeros. So I can immediately change those to their factors, x minus 2, x minus 5i. I also know by the complex conjugates theorem that x plus 5i also is also a solution. So the first thing I did was I multiplied the conjugates together, these two right over here. And I ended up with x squared plus 25, okay? Of course, I carried down the x minus 2 because I still have to do that one. I don't know why I'm not doing this with my face in the video, but you don't need to see my face again. Okay, so anyway, I dropped these down the side and multiplied, and I came out with x cubed minus 2x squared plus 25x minus 50. Now, here's where the last part of this question comes into play. It says here that when you plug in a -1, you're supposed to get -234. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to plug in a -1 into my polynomial, and then I'm going to add them together, right? So -1 to the third, that's -1. -1 squared is +1, but then when I multiply that by -2, I get -2. -1 times 25 is -25. And then a minus 50 at the end. Okay? Now, all that added up to -78. Okay? Now, that is obviously not -234, which is what it says in the information. So what multiplier did they use in order to create -234? So what multiplier would you multiply on -78 to end up getting -234? The answer to that question is obviously found by dividing, and that would give me a multiplier of 3. Maybe I should have used a different letter. I'll use M for multiplier. The multiplier here would be 3. So I wrote at the bottom here in blue, this tells me the coefficient must be 3. Now, what does that mean to me? That means I need to multiply this equation right here by 3 in order to get the correct equation. Sorry, I'm trying to cram all this into a small space. So 3 times x cubed minus 2x squared plus 25x minus 50 would be 3x cubed minus 6x squared plus 75x minus 150, which is exactly what they said the answer would be. Now, I know in the example I did in the notes that when I plugged in the number, I came out exactly with what they told me, so I never had to multiply anything by that. And that's where I think a little bit of confusion is coming in, because you're looking at my first example thinking, well, he didn't multiply by anything. But then you get to this question and it's forcing you to multiply by something that you didn't think you had to. So that's, I think Math Excel picked different numbers, and I should have maybe done a better job of explaining that it might throw a different number at you. I apologize for the confusion on this problem, and I hope that this video helps. Shoot me an email if you still aren't understanding what we did in this video. Thanks.